Hello, I'm Maple, and I'm listening to a weather report right now in the background while I'm recording this. Um, I might put that in the video actually. The song's called or a mark you made. It's off Heavy Weather '77 album. Very well regarded band. If you know jazz fusion shit, you already know. Like weather report. Anyway, this is a short video. Not a short video. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it's gonna be a little like a rant video or unscripted video. That's more or less. Not really a rant. More of unscripted, which is a rant, but it's gonna be an unscripted video about like I guess the kind of a lot of aspirations I have for the future. 'Cause I think I figured out like a direction I want to go into with the channel, right? Um, so so here I think it's gonna be on the main channel actually. Maybe the second channel if I get cold feet or if it gets too long. I don't want to do this for more than 10 minutes, but the most important thing to me when I like the most important thing to me in the world is art, creativity, expression and shit like that, stories, sharing stories. And there's an art to really everything we do, even if it's like objectively not art. Like advertising is like, especially the way they do it now is like, it's just not art, right? Like, but it is art in a way where it's like, because you could have artful advertisements, but it's at the end of the day, it's an advertisement, right? And I think that's like the idea of having like art in everything that we do is kind of like important because I feel like that's really just the general meaning of like human things. Like beyond that, what are we doing? We're creating products to survive and maybe to entertain ourselves and maybe do other like bullshit. But generally it's just like, you're contributing to the economy, like for what, right? And the end of the day, like I think art's the only thing that lasts. Like everything I look at, we talk about is the media and shit like that, And I feel like, it's the bigger picture to humans like humans' purpose, or at least my purpose on this earth or on the earth at this point. Because we've developed this brain that has complex thoughts and can describe shit like emotions and like mortality and like like jokes and have like community and have like culture and shit like that, right? And context. And I think that's just a very just like beautiful thing on the base level. And really the thing about it is that I absolutely fucking hate the social media internet landscape that we're in right now, like the web, whatever the fuck point oh is so stupid because I think that it dehumanizes everyone and it just dehumanizes every single person on it. It makes people act fucking wacko crazy. And it was bad before. Like the internet was never a great, amazing, like utopian place. Like it was always had like shitty people and shitheads and fuckers. But like now it's like especially dark because it's like so commodified, Like on Newgrounds, right? You had people saying fucking like hard R's and like slurs and shit and like doing like, actual like bullshit. And early 2010s you had like to start like fucking people just harassing each other for no goddamn reason or whatever. And just cyberbullying shit. They always talk about cyberbullying. And that was like the minority. It's like you hear stories about that, you're like, oh man, humans suck, humans are bad. And then you go back to doing your shit. You don't soak in the nihilism. You just like think about it for a while and you're like, well, not all humans are bad. I like some humans, so at least those people are cool. And then you just go back to whatever the fuck you're doing. And then and then over time, social media has incentivized these not bipolar, I guess bipolar, just binary views of everything where you either like or hate something, you either are good or bad, and that's very good for a algorithm because algorithms work on numbers, right? They're products of a they're like literally electronic, right? They have some artificial intelligence, I guess, or some algorithm that could simulate that shit, but not really like an actual intelligence that could be like get nuance. So, that's why engagement on YouTube is based on numbers and likes and engagements and like fucking simple shit as yes or no. That's pretty much it. Like it's not analog, it's digital, right? And the same thing happens with social media where you have basically you have the most split opinions, the most thing on the left, most thing on the right, and everyone's at each other's throats because that's what makes the internet the algorithm likes, and the algorithm is the thing that's like designed to keep you scrolling for longer, blah 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 blah, out ads, blah blah blah. We all know the same shit, but the main thing here is that what's lost in between is the artfulness, the art form, the artists, right? Because artists will always be like super like artists are the scrappiest motherfuckers on earth. Like I've seen so many fucking stories. Like there's so many fucking stories of like, I mean, because art usually is like it's kind of weird because culturally, right? Art is like the thing that's the most important. Like art, not visual art specifically, but like art's the most important thing because like food, like recipes are a form of art, but like those are finite. You eat your food and you're done. Like I don't know, clothing is a form of art, but like that gets destroyed over time, like through the fabric of reality, like friction and shit. Like you have like like but like media, like I don't know, like Don Quixote's like Cervantes's fucking Don Quixote shit is like still remembered like fucking 600 700 years on because I think it's 1500, so it'd be 600 maybe 500 years on. It's remembered this long ago, and it's like a important cultural context for like I think he was Spanish. Yeah, so for like 1500 Spain, it's basically like one of the main things that we have as a point of reference that we just know of what it is. And even that far back, like like the plays of Greek stuff, early 1940s, like what's it called, American comic books, I don't know, Japanese anime from the 80s, like everything that you have, everything that's made has a little piece of you and your culture inside of you, right? And I feel like that's so important. It's imperative for like human existence, right? Like at least for like the longevity of human existence, right? Like all this drama shit that you're looking at, like it doesn't even last the fucking month. Like you blink your eye, like I don't know, there's like you're trying to remember back, like like fucking I couldn't remember fucking drama from 2018, probably some fucking H3 fucking shit. I don't know, I don't give a shit at this point. It doesn't matter because what matters is that is if the memes that are made out of it, because memes are a form of art. People still remember like random like memes, and all this art's made out of something. It's like, people remember like the videos because YouTube videos are art, right? Like everything that's like, I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so basically my whole point is that if you count down everything, like the internet is not a good place for art at all. Like not any, like I could say anymore. It never was an amazing place. They always could do better, but like, maybe like the sweet spot was like 2005 to like 2012 or something, because you had like a bunch of art websites, and then like the development of social media, let's like fucking ruin everything. But like I guess specifically the development of like the mobile phone and the idea of scrolling, and then the economy of ad space, ad data, whatever, data tracking, whatever. But it doesn't matter. The whole point I'm trying to say is that internet is fucking horrible for artists now. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like there's nothing like that could even like of course back then internet artists, there's a ton of internet artists that were just undiscovered and never like caught up, and a ton of people who were like left in the dust, but like it didn't feel as crushing because that was on DeviantArt or like Newgrounds, where people just like just made their shit, and then like people were engaged with it. Because I see a ton of stories on Newgrounds of people like who had like fucking 500 fucking people who watch this shit at most, or maybe even like 20 people. Yeah, 20 people, because 500 was like a bigger amount like at that point. So like 20 people watch this shit at most, you know, and that was considered even a modest following back then. And then like people engaged with it more, you know, you left comments, you talked about it, you remixed it, you even like trolled a little bit, you know, you even trolled a little bit, but it was like a trolling that was kind of like, you know, like personal troll. It wasn't just like a generic like, oh, saying fucking slurs. It's like a trolling like, I watch this shit and it's like, that's so fucking stupid, man, that's so fucking it's like, you know, parodies and shit, like satire, you know. That's the kind of trolling that used to be cool, you know. And I'm talking, I'm like fucking like Abe Simpson yelling at Cloud right now, but I'm serious. Like this shit is so fucking thing. My whole point about this is that the soul of the internet is artists. The soul of humanity is artists. I think that's like the most important thing of all time. Like I think just in general. Of course, it's probably more important to fucking life. I don't know, having kids. Every fucking musician's like, oh man, my kids are my greatest fucking achievement. I mean, I don't have like kids. I don't want to have kids. So I think art's just fucking the only option here. So I'm just saying that that's the very fucking important. So my main thing is that I wanna like, I don't want to talk about like, you know, changing my channel or whatever, but I think the direction that I just want to go to in general, and the direction I've always kind of went through with my channel, is that I think that just artists should be like celebrated no matter what. Like just good artists should be celebrated rather than like every like bad fucking artist be like, you know, beaten down. If I can say like, you know, people are just trying, you know, just fucking try, you know. If you're fucking trying, then you should be celebrated, you know. Like, you know, just there's so many people who just want to like coast through life and not give a shit about nothing, or and then like fucking, or just fucking grift this shit and just steal from others. Like it's just like so fucking stupid. Like I didn't want to talk about like AI shit, but it's literally just like that. Or it's just like you know, just like I don't want to fucking do anything. I just want to like have the product, and it's like the whole point of the product is like, first of all, the whole point of the product and art is context. It's social context, it's historical context, it's art style. It's like all the fucking context that makes you you. It's fucking like the whole thing about it is DNA. The DNA of art is the whole thing about it. It's like the whole fucking thing. Like, you know, it's like, oh, I used this fucking prompt. I don't give a shit. I give a shit about like, why did you like, you know, want to make an anime art style thing when you like watched fucking Looney Tunes your entire fucking life? I don't know, like shit like that. And then like, you know, like why did you have that piece of dialogue there when it probably it could have like, you could have like had it silent, or why do you have silence there when it could have had the dialogue there, you know, or something like that. It's like, why do you mix this album like this? Like, why do you mix the drums so goddamn loud with like so much reverb, like an 80s fucking album? Like, I don't know. It's so many like different things, so many different aspects of the art forms, every art form you could ask and like engage with, and it seems like fucking less and less people are actually like engaging with shit deeply. Like, of course, like of course people like never always engage with shit deeply, but I like, you know, I'm like the only place I'm seeing people engage with shit deeply is like on the fucking like, you know, super fucking underground internet with like fucking free fucking followers, and like video essays that like are super fucking uber long, and by like super turbo nerds like me who would like talk for fucking hours about how that one line in Francis Farmer is like the best thing ever. I want to make that video, by the way. You know, I miss the comfort in being said. That's the fucking greatest line in music history. I want to make a video about that eventually. But I'm just saying that internet's so fucking horrible, fucking ass these days. And I think my whole direction, I think my whole point in life, I just love art. Artists and art is great. I want to like not shift. I want to like, because it's always been like this, but I want to just like really just put always wanted to, and I always will forward, put my best foot forward in celebrating like cool art and cool artists. And hopefully I get big so I could like put art people on to cool artists, because that's like the coolest shit ever. Like putting people on to like artists and like, you know, people who do shit. Like if you're big, like the fucking ramifications of that is intensely fucking huge. Like the fucking, I was talking to somebody about this earlier. The fucking Kurt Cobain wearing a t-shirt of Daniel fucking Johnston, or putting people on to the Germs, or fucking or talking about fucking Melvins in interviews, or the Pixies and shit. Like all that fucking shit was so fucking integral into like the identity of alt rock and the identity of like 90s rock in general, and so influential for the future of rock and roll, to like the point of now. It just had like a fucking butterfly effect of having someone big. Because like having like that one time where fucking Drake was like saying like, oh man, I was listening to like fucking what was it? Makami or something. He just posted it randomly on fucking social media, and people fucking reported on that. Like this fucking news. Like this shit is huge. Like if fucking like that fucking time that PewDiePie recommended Blame, I never even heard of Blame before that, and it was like fucking huge. I'm sure like a ton of people got into Blame because of that. People like it's like a fucking huge thing, right? Like that's like how memes work, right? It's like you know, like it spreads like virally, you know, like. So even just saying a word and saying like, you know, like shouting at an artist is so integral to like how it is. And people are fucking scared of that now. People fucking don't like doing that because they're like, first of all, a lot of people are just assholes on the internet now, and they just be like fucking doing illegal shit now. I mean, now it always happened, but now it's like, you know, social media makes it more public. So it's like, you know, if you shout at an artist, then people always fucking automatically assume that you're fucking married, and they're like, you know, you're fucking tight as fuck, and then like, yeah, like, oh, you shouted them out? How the fuck how dare you shout this person did something illegal like 15 years in the future after you shouted them out? I'm like, what the fuck? That makes no goddamn sense. How am I supposed to know that they're gonna like murder somebody like 10 years in the future? I was supposed to be a fucking mind reader, but I'm saying that the whole point of it is that you're supposed to engage with art and medium, and people don't fucking do that because everyone's so insular and everyone's so fucking lone wolf about this shit now. And the whole point of art and the internet is to be communal and to have community. And we always talk about how alone we are, and you know, it's not anyone's fault, you know, it's not anyone's fault if you're feeling lonely, but I'm saying that like we should like fucking normalize putting more effort into like engaging with people. Like I'm a fucking weirdo, but I go and like just DM just random fucking Twitter artists who have their DM open and just tell them, you know, your art's good. I like your art. I like the way you do shit. And like, you know, you're really like good at art. I just like telling them like there's nothing I like more than just fucking telling people how I like their shit. Because first of all, I know as a person who makes stuff that is like, first of all, that's the whole point you do it with. Like it's not like, you know, like of course there's like the whole like internal like satisfaction in creating something, but also just having someone say your shit is good is just like heartwarming. I swear to God, like I've had comments that I wanted to fucking pin on walls and shit. Like having people tell me that my shit is good. Like even with the fucking like 2 episodes they put out of fucking Freshies, like people were just telling me, like people personally like give me fucking fan art, and that shit almost made me fucking put me in fucking tears. I swear to God, that is like the like that is what I fucking do it for, because like there's nothing better than just having someone tell you shit is like, it's because it makes it worth it. It makes it like realize, and especially when someone like does a fucking like essay or some shit and they said like all the shit where it's like all the details that you would expect them not to notice. That's literally like the best thing of all time. That's the greatest fucking thing of all time. Having someone like say like, if I swear to God, if I ever make something that says someone like makes something cool and they said, oh yeah, your thing influenced me, I would die right then and there. I swear to God, I would fucking like faint, because being like, that's the whole point of art in general, in my opinion, to be influential, to influence people to make other shit, to make cool shit themselves, and then those people make cool shit, and that's the tapestry of creation. God damn. And I'm just saying that like people should be engaging with that, because that's the whole thing. I'm like, that's the whole fucking point of all this shit. You're making like, okay, like there's like 50 billion fucking Twitter artists, and like, you know, a bunch of them just drop their fucking art and leave. And I'm like, that's cool. You can do that. You know, you're allowed to do that. You don't have to engage with all this bullshit. But I'm saying like, you know, but some people are like wondering like, oh man, why don't I have like any followers? I'm like, you know, a lot of the point of like, first of all, you have to make you have to make fan art and draw some funny stuff. Like that's just a little bit of like the most of it. But you know, but even if you have like fucking OCs or whatever, like just be, like people just like to laugh, right? That's one of the things about it. And I'm like, you know, aside from that, there's also people just like the storyline of an artist. Like people just like this, you know, I think from what I've seen, people just like, you know, work in progress as much as they like, you know, like fucking full rendered pieces, because people like the sketch is as important as the fucking like the final piece, you know? Like the Sistine Chapel was unfinished, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I read that fucking today. Sistine Chapel's unfinished. And I'm like, you know, like Smile by the fucking Beach Boys and Brian Wilson, unfinished. Like people like engage with a story. Like people love, even if it's unfinished, even if it's like scrappy and sketchy and shit, people it love a story. People love like, you know, a person because it shows your personality. It shows like what you like and what you dislike. It shows like you're more than just a machine that can crank out fucking bullshit. And like and we're just in this fucking age where people are so disconnected from like fucking everything. And I know I'm fucking ranting like I'm drunk, but I've been up for like hours. I don't know why I'm fucking ranting like this, but I'm just saying that like people are just like so disconnected from like art and thing. They call it fucking content, and that pisses me the fuck off. Like I cannot tell you how much that pisses me the fuck off. Like content is not what we're making. Like I know I'm not the fucking greatest artist of all time. Like I know I haven't made that much shit that's like, oh man, making people fucking cry with emotion and shit. Like I'm fucking terrible like artist like physically wise. Like could not do any fucking like like what's the thing called, like anatomy for shit. But like the whole point is that like at least I'm trying, right? And I'm making shit, and that's the whole point of it. It's like the whole thing is that, you know, my whole point is that people don't like to engage with artists, and people want to think they're above people for just like criticize. People have always done that, but like people want to like, you know, but back in the day, people just left it to the critics, and then they just like criticized like on like the fucking coffee table, not the coffee table, on the fucking water cooler, and then, you know, said, oh man, that Twin Peaks episode was kind of fucking trash. I don't like it. And then you tell it to your fucking like friends at the thing. But now people just broadcast the shit everywhere and just be fucking haters constantly, and it's fine. You can be a fucking hater. Being a fucking hater is not bad, but okay, it's bad like in terms of like your soul, but like it's kind of funny sometimes. But at least be fucking funny with it, you know. If you're just like just having a bad faith interpretation of some shit, or just like fucking complaining about some shit you shouldn't be complaining about, I got like fucking complaining, oh man, this show isn't fucking out fast enough, or some shit like that. Like it makes no goddamn sense. Like first of all, wait for a second, and second of all, like people don't respect art anymore. People don't fucking respect art. I swear to fucking God, like there are like. The people who I meet who respect art and engage with it deeply are like instantly super cool to me. And even if I don't agree with them like on a bunch of stuff, like I at least respect them on that level, because there's so many people who don't engage with art and just like see just this shit as fucking content, and it pisses me off. Oh my God, it fucking makes me mad. And I know. It'd be like, oh man, you don't make fucking shit. You've criticized people before. You see that fucking Gooseworks video, the fucking thing video you made. Like, first of all, I think that video is fucking well made. I mean, I don't love it, but you know, I think I kind of cooked with the script, first of all. But second of all, like you can still criticize something, because if you criticize something and you have a good faith interpretation of it, and you really think about what you're criticizing, then you have a fucking point. You have like even if your point is like wrong, like if you have a theory that's just straight up just like wrong, you're in like SpongeBob skin theory, one of my favorite videos of all time. That video is like super weird and like takes a lot of just like shit like that would just make no sense, but they have enough like that's an hour fucking long video about like just like how SpongeBob characters rip off their skin and how that could like lead like that could like the ramifications of that, like I don't know, social ramifications or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, it's fucking wacky and weird, but it's a valid theory because there's effort put into it. It uses the fucking text, and people like want like their shit fucking spoon fed to them, and they don't want to make theories like that. They don't want to engage with art anymore, and that shit makes me fucking mad. I want people to engage. I want people to comment. I want people to love shit. Seek out a fucking underground artist. Seek out fucking overground artists. Underrated, overrated. People talk about like I'm like, oh man, like people all fucking see and fucking like I know it's fucking music Twitter, but like I've never seen anybody ever mention Quelle Chris, and he's one of the fucking best rappers I've ever heard. Like I mean, like, you know, there's like fucking 3 artists that people mention, even on fucking like, you know, boards, they're like mention the same fucking 5 goddamn artists. I'm like, the only place I could find like even discussion about like artists that are like not the same fucking 5 artists. Like I love JPEG Mafia, I love Death Grips, but we gotta move out of that fucking lane, all right? I have to either ask like people I know to like just tell me like artists they like, and hopefully they give me some shit that I've never heard of. I either have to do that, like search some obscure fucking subgenre on Rate You Music and pray that I could find an album that I haven't heard before and just search for that deeply, or go on like Bandcamp where they fucking used to have the cool editorial pieces. But I'm pretty sure they fucking fired everyone there too. It makes me mad. The state of fucking art makes me mad right now. I'm because I love it with all my heart. I genuinely like don't think like there's that shit saved my fucking life. I swear to God. Like you know, everything I've ever absorbed in my fucking life has made me who I am. It's made me fucking like given me this different perspective on life. Where it's like the first time I watched first time I watched a playthrough of Mother 3. First time I played Mother 3. Like Super Mario Galaxy. Fucking listening to fucking In Utero for the first time, and Blonde, and fucking Tyler, and fucking MF Doom, and fucking looking at like cool comics, like the Tintin comics I used to fucking read, like the fucking seeing Charlie Brown in the newspaper, watching the fucking Charlie Brown Christmas special and shit like that. I don't know, like this shit is like fucking playing fucking everything, every fucking game I played, every fucking piece of art I've seen, every fucking video I've watched, every fucking like music I've heard, every fucking like webcomic, every fucking zine, every fucking everything, like fucking dancing, edits, AMVs, fucking fan art, fan fiction, every fucking thing I've ever absorbed is important. It's important, even if I don't remember it. It's the tapestry of who I am. Everything that you are what you are, right? And like that's the fucking thing. I'm saying fuck because it's really important. I cannot stress enough. Art is important. Art is the most important thing. It is imperative that you make art. Even if you're not an artist, you don't consider yourself a fucking artist. You are an artist if you make something. It's inherently, because this is what it's called. You're not an aspiring fucking artist. You're not an aspiring fucking writer. You're a fucking writer. You're a fucking artist. Become what you are. Be passionate about your thing. Do not downplay yourself, because art is the most fucking important thing. I swear to God, people don't respect this shit because I cannot scream loud enough. I cannot fucking shake someone in the fucking arms. Art is fucking important, because I'm seeing shit like right now. Fucking movie studios. Movie studios are fucking deleting their own goddamn movies that are completely finished. And they're like, oh, we can get a fucking tax write-off. A fucking tax write-off. Oh, a tax write-off. Oh, a tax write-off. Of course. Doing the fucking works and people, getting rid of everyone's work and getting rid of everyone's fucking hard work and soul and putting it in the fucking vault forever to never be seen again until someone fucking leaks in 2059. Oh, that's great because you want a fucking tax write-off. I swear to God, there is nothing as important as art, and it's fucking stupid. Algorithms. Fucking AI might be just a fucking thing that gets regulated later. I won't put that as a major issue. Fucking greedy fucking executives, fucking just people online that don't fucking don't want to engage, don't want to get it, don't want to like thing it. People offline don't want to engage, don't want to get it, don't want to fucking discuss anything. People who just like they see art as disposable, just like another thing to fucking thing. I mean, people always saw like animation as just a thing to entertain their kids, and to a certain point they still do. And even the fucking fact that BoJack Horseman, one of the fucking most beautiful shows I ever watched, that fucking like changed the fucking way I look at the fucking fabric of fucking humanity, is a thing. And fucking Samurai Jack season 5, which ended kind of shittily, but it's like one of the fucking most beautiful animated pieces thing, primal fucking shit like that. And all these fucking shows I've always fucking loved. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, who fucking watch the show like 50 times. Every fucking episode is like hilarious. Not the funniest show of all time. Archer's a great show, and people still view this fucking shit as like fucking the fucking five fucking same show. And we're in a stagnation point. We're in a stagnation point, and there's always like a stagnation point in art, because when you go back and you look at like the past, people are always trying to push the boundaries, and the mainstream always wants the status quo. So you have to look underground for all the cool shit, right? And always like there's tons of cool shit that falls between the corners. You have to like look back at it, and then sometimes it's influential, sometimes it's not. But the whole point of it is that the mainstream has a little bit of there's always a little bit of dynamic edge to what the mainstream's putting out. Like Twin Peaks got big, Breaking Bad got big. What's it called? Lost. I don't even like Lost that much, but it got big because there's a little bit of dynamic twist there, right? There's like people like got engaged with it. It's like good quality shit. Like people were just like engaged with it. Like now it's just like you have to fucking just hunt that shit down, even for like the mainstream stuff. Like I don't know. Like I love I don't know. I don't love the Mario movie. It was all right, but like you can't tell me that like that was a fucking dynamic twist. That was the most like clinically fucking like that was the most fucking boilerplate. I guess like the word would be synthesized, like corporate synthesized shit of all time, right? Mario movie, the same jokes you expect, all that shit. Like like there's no fucking toilet humor, right? It's really just, and it's like we're just in the era of reboots and remakes and shit like that, and it's like the fucking thing. I'm just saying that art is important. And I don't know how to explain this enough. I didn't want to script this because this is just like a fucking passionate rant. A fucking rant that I need to just get out of me. And I don't want to put this on the second channel. This is a first channel thing. I'm saying that this is just like the most important thing, and people don't respect that shit. And my main point here, I think, was the main thing I was trying to say was that like people should engage with art. Like if there was like and the main point I wanted to go into was that I wanted to change my channel into like talking about just like artists that are just like I guess on my level, artists that are just like people who are just like underrated and like underground and shit, and they're making cool shit and then are not like getting a fucking million bajillion views. Because as much as I like as much as I like a bunch of artists, a bunch of fucking creators and shit, like I don't know, like I feel like there's a lot of people who make like very passionate shit about like artists and stuff, and they're allowed to make shit like fan art about whatever they want. But I mean, I don't know, like we don't need another Fooly Cooley video. We don't need another Evangelion video. I might make an Evangelion video eventually, but we don't need another one, right? Like unless you have something really unique to say, you're sharing your own experience. Like it's not this, you don't really need to share your fucking thing. It's like, we all know the fucking storyline. Fucking they ran out of budget and fucking time. It's mostly time, but everyone says the fucking budget thing. Like, oh, blah, blah, episode fucking 26, 20 fucking 25. Like, okay, we have the same fucking thing. Same storyline, right? Same thing. My whole point is that we need to have more people hunt down for cool shit. There's fucking like 5 people who hunt down for cool shit. I'm one of those fucking people. I don't even do it that often. So there's like 3 people who hunt down for cool shit constantly. So like, we were just waiting for the algorithm to do the shit. Like I'm sure being a dynamic media consumer or a dynamic media like engager or whatever the fuck is not, it's been always been a hard thing, but like, at least like from the stories I've heard back in the day, people were like always were looking for like, like punk zines and punk fucking 45s back in the day. People were always looking for like, people always going to fuck. I mean, like, okay, if you're going like the live shows, then you're generally like probably that type of person. But you know what I mean? Like people need to engage more. Engage with this shit. And I'm just saying that like it's not even that hard. It's like the fucking craziest thing. People will buy a fucking $70 game and then be like complain it's not that good. It's like, and they won't even return it. They'll be like, all right, well this game kind of sucks. Whatever. I'll like they complain about fucking weeks and years, and fucking people who made like the fucking best, like again, Milk Outside the Bag of Milk is my favorite fucking games of all time. It's like $10. I found it on a fucking like just a random fucking Steam fucking recommendation or some shit, like the Inside the Bag of Milk, and I found the inside version in the first game for like fucking like $1, and I put out a recommendation. It fucking enraptured me and shit, and I was like super like excited for the sequel, and $10. Easiest fucking $10 I ever spent. I was so hyped. I don't think I spent $10. I think like Nikita himself gave me a fucking Steam code. That guy's fucking really cool. And it's only because it's really only because I asked. I didn't really ask for the code. He just gave it to me. He just offered it, and I was like, and this is the fucking thing. And it's like that's the fucking best game I've ever played. Like one of my favorite games of all time because it's so like personal and genuine and touching shit like that, and like People will always fucking complain like art isn't fucking genuine anymore. Art is fucking thing. It's fucking dead. Art is fucking dead. And then there's the same fucking people who are like, oh man, I only watch like the fucking movies, free fucking movies people talk about on film Twitter. I only listen to the fucking 3 albums that people talk about on fucking hip hop Twitter, fucking music Twitter. Yeah, I only fucking read. I don't read any fucking books. People don't engage. Fucking engage. And I'm just saying like, and that's really the gist of it. I cannot hammer it in any more than I already have. Engage. Just seek out stuff. Take recommendations. Ask. And talk to artists. Just ask them their inspirations. Have a conversation. For fuck's sake. Just have a conversation. If there's nothing else you need to learn from this video, I know nobody's gonna watch this goddamn video. Have a fucking conversation with artists that you like. DM them if their DMs are open. Like, you know, you may be fucking awkward. It's fine. Just come in with a good heart. Don't fucking ask them for free art, you jackass. And then just like fucking engage with them. Like, cause like that's all you need to do. And that's all you need to do. Like, and that's why I want to go with my channel. Like eventually, like I just want to make like shit on like cool artists, like high popularity, low popularity, whatever the fuck. Just cool people, but one day I want to lean to like just low popularity artists, because there's nothing like more important than like sharing like people who are like cool and dynamic to others that they probably haven't heard of, right? Like, it's just like that's really the main thing. Like, that's really the main thing. Because nothing has changed my life. Nothing has changed my life more than the ability to seek out and research and like, and not follow like the fucking crowd when it comes to fucking everything, right? And I'm not talking about fucking like, you know, fucking people who like think clouds aren't real. There's someone I literally saw that doesn't think gravity is real. Like, I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about like the ability to critical think about what you're consuming and critical think on why you like it, and then use that critical thinking to find more shit that you like. Because back in the day, I didn't have that ability to do that. And I just like, I played Pokemon and I was wondering like, man, I like Pokemon. I don't know of any other games like this right now that are in front of me. So I guess I'll just keep playing Pokemon, I guess. And I get bored of Pokemon, and I'm like, I guess I'll find something else eventually. And then I learned about fucking like turn-based RPGs, and I'm like, wow, this is a cool genre. This is kind of like Pokemon. And I don't love turn-based RPGs all the time. I only play, I'll probably only play like the big. Well, I could play a few small ones. Depends on the day. I like Domori. Really like Domori. Fucking love Domori. Yeah, obviously Earthbound Mother. I kind of like Yick, honestly. No, well, Yick is a mixed bag, a Yick bag. Can't wait for Yick Part 4. Anyway, but yeah, the fact that I learned about that shit, and then I was able to use that genre name to do research on more turn-based RPGs, and that changed my life because I found a bunch of other games that I just liked and that affected me, and that really changed my view of art and changed my view of shit. And it's just like, of course genres are fucking stupid. Music genres are fucking stupid. And JRPGs, I guess, as a concept, are kind of like a weird like name terminology. But like the whole point of it is that just like the ability to research is imperative. The ability to engage and look at stuff. And because, people, I really respect people who make these long video essays on like even on my YouTube page right now. What was her name? Emily Dory. Yeah, right here. She is literally just making videos about just like random goddamn Yuri visual novels. And that's the kind of shit I love seeing. That's the kind of shit I absolutely love seeing, because like niche stuff is the soul of the internet. It's the whole point that we're on here. People want to fucking like connect with other people like their shit. Like, how many fucking projects started on like random forums, like fan translations and visual novel shit, and fucking like just fan art and fanzines and shit like that. Like all that shit is like the soul of the internet, and people aren't doing those kind of projects as much, or at least they're not. It's hard to find them. Absolutely, because it's just like we want the likes. The likes have ruined it. On forums, you didn't get likes. You got like engagement with comments. On boards, you get engagement with comments. You can get that engagement through like baiting, but you also can get that engagement through having a cool like topic of discussion and a cool like thing you're presenting, and that's what I like. When you present something that's really cool and people just like talk to you about how cool it is and really like go in depth about it, right? Like people always complain about like fan theories, and I think game theory commodified fucking fan theory. Everyone commodified fucking everything, But I'm just saying that like, yeah, engage with the art what you like. Really just love it. Really just go in depth with it. If the artist is alive and well and on Twitter or some fucking site that you can contact them on, email, contact them, ask questions, really just poke their brain and and make a fucking video essay about their shit. Like it's really just like about that, just engage with them, It's really as simple as that. And I really should have made this fucking shorter because it's like this is 40 minutes long and I don't feel like editing. I might put like a 10-minute like repeating like GIF or some shit, but okay. So long story short, we've covered a lot here in this 40 minutes, haven't we? Long story short, last thing I want to cover, last thing I want to talk about. I'm already here. Last thing I want to talk about. Go on sites that have a lot of independent submissions and independent artists, right? Bandcamp and itch.io, itch.io, and whatever else. Like I don't know any like other like the sites that aren't fucking Twitter and aren't fucking Instagram, aren't fucking YouTube. Like artists that have independent artists, like artists that have fucking zine submissions, fucking like I don't know fan sites. What's it called? Like GeoCities, NeoCities, Newgrounds, just fucking off the 3 fucking sites that we have, first of all. And second of all, just like, go and just hunt down just fucking shit. Like, I want to make a series where I just go over just like cool independent artists. That's my whole thing. I should have said this way earlier. It's in this very clear form. It's cool independent artist, cool small artist. That's what I've wanted. That's why I did the interview with Beppo back in the day, because YouTubers are artists and small artists interest me. People I fuck with, right? I fuck with their stuff they make, right? And it's as simple as that. Just find cool shit and share it and talk about it and be engaged with it in depth. Fucking fixate on that shit. I don't know. I'm rich. It's rich for me to say this because I'm a fucking Nirvana fan, and Nirvana's fucking hyper fucking popular. Fucking like 3 songs over like 1 billion streams or whatever the fuck. But I'm just saying this as like and it's not like I'm not saying to like not engage with popular stuff, right? I'm saying to engage with stuff sometimes that's less popular, because that's where like the soul of the internet is. And even if it isn't, like and like engage with people who are like right there on your level with you, right? Sometimes. And then even if you're engaging with the popular stuff, like really just deeply do it, Like think about like instead of tweeting your fucking 50th hot kit take about artist for the 50th fucking time, and this is just you could tell I'm just Twitter brained at this point. Or instead of tweeting a fucking just like bait fucking thread, just fucking for fuck's sake, just fucking I don't know. It's just whatever. It's whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Even though I care extremely deeply, I care extraordinarily deeply about everything I'm talking about. I don't care anymore. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And the main thing I want to say, last thing, is if you have dreams and aspirations about making something, I mean, I've proved nothing much But I've proved at the very least that even I, as dumb and as lack of as lack of talented as I am, even I can plan out and make a series, which is not, at this point it's 2 episodes long, but I still have the framework to make a series, right? Like that proves that fucking anybody can do it. You could be the worst artist of all time. You can make a fucking series if you want to. Everyone's talking about, I want to make a cartoon. Well, then make a goddamn cartoon. Make a goddamn cartoon. Make it 3 fucking frames per minute. If you can't make it either make it super stuff a lot of fucking shit into one fucking sentence. If you want to make your animation really good or some shit, just make it really short, have 1 minute fucking episodes. Or if you want to make it really long, just make that shit have 1 frame animation. That's really just it. I don't know. It's just make it work. Artists are tenacious. I said this before. I'll say it again. Artists are fucking tenacious, right? And the concept of the fucking internet is beating them down. The fucking internet shit right now is beating them down. This algorithm shit is beating people down. It's making people not this fucking shit. Oh man, this fucking numbers shit is killing people. Absolutely. It's not good for anyone's mental health, and it's not even benefiting fucking anybody besides fucking tech companies, right? It's making everyone fucking crazy and lonely. So it's just the matter of that is just do it. Just make the fucking shit you want to. Even if it's compromised, at least you made it. At least you fucking made it. And then you could if you want to get fucking picked up by a fucking TV fucking company, fucking Cartoon Network or whatever, make it later. I don't care. You're not gonna get anywhere by just not making the shit you want to. Literally, you won't get anywhere by not doing it. If you're holding out for a day where you get a fucking $1 million and a fucking a fucking deal, and you have to work a day in your fucking life, and you never have to fucking do anything, and you don't have to fucking go off fucking groceries, it's not happening. And even if it does happen, you're not gonna be you're gonna be super fucking chubby by then, and not have the hunger to work. So just do it. Find a fucking way to do it. I don't give a shit. Really, the gist of it is, if I could do it, anyone could fucking do it. I swear to God. It took me fucking years. It did take me 5 fucking seconds. But if it's worth doing, it's hard anyway. So at least do something that's cool, right? Don't fucking scroll all day. I'm fucking rich for saying this. I have literally 4,500 tweets of fucking Twitter, and half of those were within the last year. So I'm saying that even if I could do it, anybody can fucking do it. It's as simple as that. And this will be an hour long, I swear to God, because I do not have a way to convey this message in any kind of other way. It's really as important as this. Really just important as this. And this will be the main topic of my channel from here on. Just celebrating art. And it's always been celebrating art. My fucking description has always been, I make videos about shit I like, things I like. And that's always my thing. It's always will be my thing, because I want to make shit about things I don't like deeply don't like, don't respect, don't like, hate. I would never. I respect people who try. I respect people who even flawed art. I think Yick is more interesting than fucking I don't know, Tales of the 3DS one. Now I want to say Tales of Symphonia. I'm not crazy. Tales of the Abyss or whatever. The Tales series or something. I don't fucking know. I think Yick is more interesting because it just has a lot more ideas that I fuck with. These ideas that I think are just unique, right? That's just it. Just make something, even if it's fucking awful, if it's flawed, and Yick isn't even that bad. Yick is even people overrate how bad Yick is. But I'm just saying, just fucking, you know what? Nah. No. You know what? Actually, it's perfectly fine if you don't want to make that thing you want to do. That thing you've wanted to write for all that time. Don't make it. No, I'm serious. Don't make it. It's perfectly fine if you sit until you're 57 and you have never made a piece of art in your life, and I've lost every single piece of enjoyment, and you sitting on the chair drinking beer, watching the football game with nothing really to live for us except the idea of living on just for the sake of it. You've already done everything you want to. After all, your kids have moved out of the house, and you really have no goals or aspirations because you've decided on the fact that you can't afford a house because 50 years in the future we won't be able to afford a house if we're still existing. So just don't make anything. Don't make anything. I'm serious. Don't make anything. Don't celebrate arts because art is liberal propaganda. It's that pansy shit, right? No one likes art. Art is stupid. It's for fucking idiots. Of course. Of course it is, right? Yeah. Actually, you're too cool to make art. Yeah, you specifically, you're too cool to make art. You're too cool to be an artist. Yeah. Forget all the people, for all the people who were cool in the past, people who fucking did all this cool shit. Hunter S. Thompson, he was lame. He wrote for a living. That's fucking lame. What a fucking jackass. Probably couldn't even arm wrestle. What a jerk. Nah, you're too cool. You don't have anything to say. Yeah, everything you've experienced is all worthless. Yeah, nothing. You have nothing to say. Absolutely. There's nothing in your life that you could ever tell in a story. There's nothing you could ever say that's important. Yeah. Every idea's been done. Every idea's been done. What can I say? The Beatles, they already took every idea in music. Everything was already invented. Everyone else has just copied them. Yeah? Yeah. Don't make art. Don't make art. Make content, not art. Make vlogs that cover, make video essays that cover the same topic in the same way, that only summarize the thing you're talking about, that only reading off a Wikipedia page. Not even the best way to make money. Only do gaming videos of the top games of the top games that people have approved for you to do, that are proven to be popular. Only do vlogs on the cool shit in your life, and never about anything only the cool shit that's the mansions and shit, because you can just rent a mansion exclusively for vlogging, right? Never get interested in any kind of art form. Never go to a play ever, because plays are lame. Plays are stupid. Dance is stupid. Drawing is dumb. Drawing is cringe. Anyone who's ever drawn is super cringe. If you draw badly at any point, you're cringe, and you should feel cringe. DeviantArt bullshit. No. Everything is cringe. You're too good to draw anything. You're too good to engage with anything. You're too good for anything. You are too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're. Yeah, you only look at things for the rest of your life with a fucking ironic veneer to say that you're above it all, and never ever engage with anything genuinely, because that might hurt at some point. You might actually feel something. You might actually feel an emotion, right? Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, never fucking do that. There's no point. There's no point to human existence, so why even bother? Why even bother? Why even bother? You see what I'm getting at here? You see that long session of sarcasm I was going at? There's no fucking excuse for you not to do any of this shit. At least to make art, not content. Even if you like fucking Fortnite, be the fucking coolest Fortnite lover of all time. If you like the same fucking 3 hip-hop albums that everyone talks about, I don't know, engage with it fucking deeper, and really just think about it. One of the best podcasts of all time is Dissect, where someone just goes over the fucking same hip-hop albums everyone's talking about, Igor and fucking Radiohead's and Rainbows and shit like that, because of the internet, and they just go in deeper. And my favorite podcast of all time is Art Holes, where someone just goes into celebrated paintings, celebrated artists, and they just really do their fucking research, do a ton of research, and just find out a lot about the artist, right? And they go in so deep. They go in so deep, and it's the best thing, because you see this, first of all, he's from the beginning, he's I don't know much about art, so and he's willing to learn, right? And then he just goes and reads 5, I think there's just season of Frida Kahlo where he read 10 fucking books on Frida's life, and I'm like, that's actually overkill. I know it was at least 5 because he cites like 5 of them during the podcast. So it's incredible. And these episodes take a fucking eternity to come out, and they're like 3 hours long because it's so in depth. So if you're gonna be like talking about the same 3 hip hop albums, you know, Kendrick Lamar's, Good Kid, Mad City, I don't know, JPEG Mafia, fucking Veteran, MF Doom, Mad Villainy, Madlib, Mad Villainy, Illmatic, Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, right? Then just go in depth with it, you know? Really just analyze, think deeply, think critically about this shit, you know? Yeah. That's about all I have to say, because I'm tired. I'm tired of just like ranting and raving. It's been almost an hour. Been nearly an hour of me just talking. And I have a severe doubt that anyone's going to watch this video, because I'm not going to edit this shit. I might edit like a little like fucking GIF or some shit into this, just to have something to look at. But like, yeah, it's just like, no matter what, I just say that art matters. That's all I could say. Like, even if you don't like comment on my fucking episodes or whatever the fucking original series I want to make, or whatever fucking video I say, or fucking whatever, like, at least like, you know, be like someone's fan at some point, and someone you could comment on, someone could see you, someone you could like have a tangible effect on, you know? That's all. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all I ever wanted out of the internet right now. And I feel like I'm the only one. Not the only one. I feel like I'm one of the few people who are doing it. You know, there's a ton of people, good people, like curating good shit out there, and finding good shit, and you know, they're doing God's work. You know, doing God's work, and I want to be one of those people, and I think you should try, and at least be one of those people that who like is cool and engages with stuff. That's about it. Thank you. Bye.